Hello everybody, my name is Michaelis Gaming. I am here today showing you guys some Darktide, Warhammer Darktide content. This is my first video on my channel. It's going to be fairly unpolished, but videos will get better as time goes on, as I learn how to edit a bit more. Just a short introduction before we begin. This is my kind of first experience doing YouTube. I haven't had too much experience with recording content and kind of doing this style where I'm going to be playing games and giving commentary as I am playing the games. This channel is going to be kind of dedicated to a lot of the games I kind of enjoy, kind of talking as we play, kind of seeing how things go. If anybody has any recommendations as to games or as to what kind of content they want to see or improvements I can make to the channel, please feel free to leave them below. But without further ado, let's begin, shall we? So this is Warhammer Darktide. This is a game based off the book series and a lot of the kind of characters and themes to do with the tabletop RPG as well. It's tabletop RPG is something I've always kind of been interested in, and a lot of my main interest in the series actually came from one of my friends. He's a super huge fan of Warhammer and Games Workshop and the kind of stuff they put out, and he's the one who kind of initially got me interested and hooked into the game, into the series and its content. So the kind of general gist and theme of this game is we are convicts slash prisoners who are working for the Imperium of Man. The Imperium of Man being the last bastion of humanity in the 41st millennium, where there is no separation of race, religion, or separation of individual. Everybody works for the Emperor, who is a very powerful being with immense psychic power, who is this kind of almost godlike figure. And yeah, we're working to kind of subdue the forces of chaos, or these guys. This is one particular faction within chaos, called that didn't go very well. There are four main factions of chaos. You have, led by four gods of chaos, you have Zinch, the Changer of Ways, who is very misguiding, can see both the past and the present and the future, both the past and the future at the same time. You have Slanesh, who is the chaos god of overindulgence, both in the physical and art, indulgence in art to the point where you'd initially be painting oil paintings, and then you'd suddenly decide, oh, what if I decided to do art, but instead of oil paint I use the blood of another person, and then it would continue more and more down that depraved kind of route, seeking this perfection that can never really be achieved. You have Horn, who is the god of skulls and war and blood, and his strength comes from all this conflict that is going on with the Imperium of Man against all the other factions in the universe that are dead set on destroying them. And finally you have the chaos god of disease and pox, who is Nurgle, who is the leader of who is the figurehead of these cultists that we're fighting against in this game. The reason we are fighting against these cultists as prisoners is, in the Imperium of Man, you have a lot of there's a lot of suspicion, there's a lot of doubt, there's not really as we are here in the 21st century, there is a lot of kind of science and reasoning and law and compassion for one another, whereas because of the conditions and because humanity has been fighting for so long, it's constant war against these forces of chaos, against alien factions like orcs, like the Eldar, who are like space elves. There's a lot more kind of suspicion and doubt amongst each other, so everybody's constantly doubting each other, everybody's constantly looking for signs of chaos, for signs of betrayal, to make sure that the Imperium doesn't fall. To me, that was what really kind of pulled me in, got me interested for a long time, was this kind of thing of, whilst it is down to the efforts of the individual, it is also down to the efforts of everyone as a whole in the Imperium. And it's very interesting to see this kind of very closed off, very highly guarded kind of mentality. Because it does seem to kind of be like that sometimes when it comes to this thing of us and them. This mentality of us and them, this tribal mentality, and it's kind of taken to its most extreme here in 40k. One of the other things that really interests me, because there are classes in this game. You have 4 classes. You have zealots, who are, as the name implies, very devoted mind, body and soul to the Imperium and its success, and the kind of religious zeal that comes with being a member of the Imperium and being loyal to the Imperium. You have psychers, who are people who are able to manifest and control the forces of the warp, which is essentially a rip in space and time, which is where all the demons and like chaos gods kind of reside, and where they return to when they're slain. You have the wonderful Ogrins, who are what are considered to be quote-unquote subhumans, along with psychers. Subhumans being humans who are different physically or ability-wise. So Ogrins have rather large builds, like this Bulwark. They have rather large builds, immense strength, but a lot of them kind of mental capacity is very kind of like childlike, very kind of, not always, but a good majority of the time their mindset is very childlike. They kind of, you catch them kind of laughing and giggling as they are firing off weapons because it makes a loud noise, or they'll be laughing and joking as they charge their enemies, and kind of like pushing them down to the floor, or and yeah, they're fairly interesting intelligence. And the faction I like, or the class I like playing the most, is the one I'm playing currently, Veteran. Veterans are soldiers who are working like regular human beings, no augmentations or anything, who were members of the Astra Militarum, which is the human, like kind of like, instead of individual armies of different countries, it's one continuous group of soldiers made up of the population of the world that fall into the kind of intergalactic story that is the Imperium. All hailing from different planets and different regions of said planets. There's no discrimination based on gender, based on appearance. All that really matters in the actual time is your ability to kind of fight on that field, to hold yourself against the forces of chaos, to kind of look out for fellow man and succeed in missions. The veterans in this game, they were members of the Astra Militarum, but they ended up being accused of some form of heresy, either by their commanding officers or by their fellow soldiers. Whether that heresy is true or not, it doesn't really matter, because again, with the kind of way you are in the world of Warhammer 40k, there is constant suspicion, there's constant doubt of each other. There is always somebody looking to kind of point the finger, because like any slight, cough, sneeze could be, they're falling to, the forces of chaos. There is a lot of like high suspicion, highly guarded morals, highly guarded values. So it's interesting to see, and you kind of, one of the other things I really love about this game is you have the characters, they'll have their own individual like interpersonal discussions amongst each other about the state of things or about things going on in the mission. Hopefully we'll get to catch a couple of that. A few of those interactions are. This is one of the enemies of chaos. You can see the boss bar at the top. These are the Ogrins are sort of now been corrupted by that god disease block, Nurgle. Which is, it's strange as well. Oh, this is another one. It's a beast of Nurgle. And with Nurgle, it's interesting because they are. I know a lot of Warhammer 40k guys can be very heretical with this, and I apologise for any information I've got incorrect. Because I've always been a big fan of the series. I'm not claiming to be an expert at all, but I've learned bits and pieces, and that's kind of like how I've been trying to learn. Is there is a lot of media for this game in terms of like reading for the main kind of event that sets the scene for the Horus Heresy. There's about 60 books total for that. So it's very interesting to kind of see. But I've just learned bits and pieces through like seeing videos on YouTube and talking with my friends who are also fans of the series. And it's interesting with Nurgle because Nurgle doesn't believe that they're doing anything wrong when it comes to affecting people. They believe that they are very benevolent in their it's the gift of Nurgle, is what they call it. They're like, oh, it's the gift of Grandfather Nurgle when they come with opportunity. And in some ways, it is a gift because you, as a kind of follower of Nurgle, and when you become affected by that disease as well, you become very, very strong. You become very, very resistant to pain.
So much for all that fraud.
You kind of like gain superhuman abilities, but at the cost of your actual physical flesh. And as you start kind of overtaking more. But again, for those who are actually blessed by Nurgle, they don't see it as a challenge as most human beings see it as I see it. Because I don't think I'm going to be rotting and losing like they are. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see different people's perspectives on it. I would also like to know in the comments, for those of you who are watching, if you are fans of the Warhammer 40k, what kind of factions are you interested in? Because I know some people prefer the alien races, some prefer the kind of more human races, like the Tau. Some for the more monster-like races, like the Tyranids, they kind of like very much like the Blood and Halo, where they kind of consume biomass and continue more of them. And they're very, very terrifying to think about. They're also a featured enemy in another game that I like to play, Space Marine 2, which I will definitely be uploading videos of as well. Because again, it's very, very all the differences, and it gives you a very good, like Space Marine 2, gives you a very good understanding of the difference in strength and ability there is between a Space Marine and a regular human being, a regular member of the Astra Militarum. Space Marines are these very often referred to as demigods or the Emperor's Angels, and they are, for all intents and purposes, superhumans. They're like 7 feet tall. Clad in like super tough armor with big rifles with bolters which shoot bullets like essentially mini rockets that explode on impact. And it's again something that is very interesting to see because you have a lot of, in the books as well. There's a lot of interaction between the Emperor's Angels, Space Marines, and the kind of people in the Astra Militarum or civilians, and seeing different perspectives of these different Space Marines when they come to contact with human beings. Because again, not all Space Marines hold the same kind of respect and care for human life and civilian life. There are some who take very kind of guerrilla tactics, where if they to end up sacrificing a large portion of that planet's humanity to achieve victory, they will. Oh my goodness, I've been left. Oh, yep, and the mission's going. This is, to be fair, this is a very common occurrence for regular human beings who end up with the forces of chaos on the planet. is it's why I like this game. It's like you don't feel like a superhuman. You don't feel like you are stomping on everything and just being completely overpowered. There is a lot of kind of realism. It's very grounded, I would say. Where there are other games like Space Marine 2, where again you are clad in that armor, you like stood next to a regular guardsman, they barely reach up to your knee in terms of like height. So yeah, it's very interesting to me. Again, I would like to hear what you guys have to say. To kind of end off the video, as it were. Again, just hearing what you guys think about the game, what you guys think about kind of any of the lore, any questions. I'll be glad to hear them. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, as time goes on, content will get a little bit better and better. So if you are interested in seeing more and interested in seeing the progress, I'd very much appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all later.